We're live in the Radio Shack. So pop in and say hi. I'm on 395 LSB. I'm going to put that right here in the comment section. 395 LSB. Pop in and say hi and give me a call. And there's not a lot of skip coming in here. Hello, Abstract Tom. I got home from work at about 12:30. And then I worked out. Then I got some firewood. Then I do this. I do a whole bunch of stuff before I get in here. So, yeah. Now I'm in the radio. Another nice day here. We got a mix of sun and cloud. And but a cool day. It's only 43 degrees out. 43 degrees. So it's cool. But that's okay. I'll take it over rain any day at this time of the year. It's been very dry. But I think tomorrow the rain's coming. I think tomorrow's going to be a different story, right? I heard Japan has some of the thinnest buildings in the world because it's so over. I believe it, man. There's a lot of people, especially even in Tokyo and also other big cities. I work with a nice lady, but I think she's from Osaka. She asked me today if I knew where pine mushrooms grew. I said, funny you ask. Because in 1980, when I was 16 years old, me and this Japanese dude and one other guy went out hunting for pine mushrooms up in the mountains. I went all frickin' day and I found 3 mushrooms. So she says they do grow on Salt Spring Island. So I'm going to have to try to find some pine mushrooms out there. They're very good mushrooms. I should Google that. They grow near pine trees. And the only place pine trees grow here is on our mountaintops. Native pine trees don't grow at low elevations here. The native pine, shore pine only grow up at high on the mountains. Everything down below, Douglas fir, western hemlock, western red cedar, grand fir, Pacific yew, Pacific madrona, and large leaf maple. Even the large leaf maples stop at a certain elevation. You see them when you're driving along. In fall, especially because they dot the mountain sides in gold, but at a certain elevation, then they all stop, and it's not very high either. Once you get to a certain elevation on the mountains, the maples don't grow any higher than that. I guess they don't like it too cold. Okay, let's see where I can talk. I'm on 395, and see if we can make the trip out here. CQDX, UDX 791, UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. 555 Oklahoma. Sounding good there, my friend. We're waving at you from the Gulf Islands off the west coast of Canada. You as well there, 555. Hey, thanks for the comeback, my friend. We don't have a lot of conditions out here. Not a lot of skip coming in, but we're waving at you. Have a good one down there, and happy DXing from 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific. All right, take care, 555. Have a great day. 555, Oklahoma. I like the video where the mountains of cut off contact Manitoba. I know. It does. It always does every time around those mountains. Hello, Indiana Chris. Good to have you out there. I just turned it on. We're 3 minutes into this live stream here. And fingers crossed, hopefully the live stream will continue and it won't screw up. Dallas is in there. I just talked to Oklahoma, Dallas, and we probably have conditions for Tennessee if you're at home and not at work. I'm on 395, 27395 lower sideband. So 555 was the first one in there. It's funny, in my mobile today, I go to different job sites where I work, and I turn the radio on, and Europe was coming in, not the strongest, but I got that one guy in Northern Ireland come back to me. 8-hour shift, gym, shower. Yeah, I just got out of the gym. I did my 6-hour shift, 5:50 a.m. to 11:50 a.m. Went to the post office, and the lineups are starting to get busy now because of Christmas. Came home, was in the gym, and then I got some firewood. Then I had to use my metal detector because I lost one of my SD cards yesterday with lots of video gates on it. I can't believe it. I dropped it somewhere outside. I don't know where it is. It's lost. Oh, well, that's life. And now I'm in here and relaxing. So 8 hour shift. And no, now you're here. Oh, okay. You did an 8 hour shift. I had a crappy sleep last night. I had a very crappy sleep. Like, seriously, I took some melatonin. And Wendy's daughter says, take some of this melatonin. It's natural. And man, I don't know, man. I think I'm allergic to it. Maybe really itchy all over. It's like, no, I had a crappy sleep. Slept about an hour. No conditions for us. Okay, I'm on 39. Let's give a call. I got back to one guy. I got the beam pointed southeast. CQDX, CQDX, UDX 791, UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Quiet out there. CQDX, CQDX, UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Get out there, man. Do we have any conditions out there? This is UDX 791, UDX 791, Gulf Islands, trying. Somebody coming back with really crappy modulation. Can't understand them. I haven't turned my radio on all day. You're taking a break from it, are you? Sometimes it's good to do that. You know what, Chris, in the summertime, I don't come on it that much. I'm too busy outside doing things. But at this time of the year, it's cooler and it's a nice place to be in a little warm radio. Summertime, when it's beautiful out and warm, I want to be outside. I don't want to be in a building, right? And that's why I really like my job, especially in the spring and summer. And even now, I mean, it's been dry and it's been sunny here, and most of my work is outside because I'm maintenance around the grocery store. It's a big grocery chain, so I'm maintenance, and I do all sorts of odd jobs around there. Right, first thing in the morning, I go in the store and check around for if anything needs to be fixed, and then the rest of the day I'm outside doing stuff, which is great. I love it. Let's see if there's anybody on 38. Oh yeah, isn't that funny? 38 is like, where do these weirdos come from, huh? Like, these guys have totally destroyed that channel. Like, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. 375. I'm going to go to 375. CQDX, CQDX, UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific, QSX. Hey, 524, Gulf Coast of Florida. You're sounding Q5 up here off the west coast of Canada. 524, Florida. Have you still got me in there? We don't have a lot of conditions. 524, Florida, Gulf Coast of Florida. 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Oh, yeah, 564. Sounding good, man. I got a Q5 copy on you. There's not a whole lot of skip out here today. Hey, Roger on that there. Okay, that's a good thing. The only noise I really hear is on channel 38, but that's always noisy. Exactly. I kind of skip right over 38. They just those few idiots in there just ruined that channel. Hey, Roger on that there. I'm beamed right towards you. I'm on the flat side right now, and I mean, you're coming in real good. I got you pounding up into the red. Well, I got my preamp on, and you're coming in at 30 over, man. 30 over. So any noise in there, you're getting right over it. All right, Nick, you got Joe here, Juliet Oscar Echo, and I do remember talking to you for sure. I'm sure the weather down there is beautiful. We got cool one out here today, sun and clouds, 43 degrees. I'll take it. You send some of that this way. That's perfect temperature. That we like. That's awesome, man. You're living in a good part of the world. All right, 561 Florida. Cheers to you, Nick. Have a good one, buddy, and enjoy the sunshine. And, of course, all the nice sights on the beaches there, bud. Enjoy the DX, too. UDX 791 out here, Gulf Islands, North Pacific on the site. Yeah, I'm waving at you, South Dakota. I think that's number 1 out there, 791 waving. Turn, okay, I'm going to go. I'm back up on 395, and it's so funny. That was with my preamp on. Once I put the preamp on, it just pulls in all the noise. So preamp is on. I went back up to 395, Chris. I'll let that guy talk down there. That guy in Florida is coming in too strong. So anyway, that's the way she goes. Anyway, I'm kind of bummed out. I lost my SD card with all those gates on it. I think what happened, so a lot of times, I take my laptop outside and I show people around, and I think that it was sitting on the laptop and then it slid off somewhere. So I brought my metal detector out there to try to look for it. Not a hope in hell. I think there's just too much stuff buried in the ground, maybe. Nails, screws, and stuff when they built the house 35 years ago. Oh, well. I just make more video gates. That's all I'll have to do. But there was some good ones on there from Hawaii. I like those Hawaiian gates. And I hope you guys are having good weather out there. Chris, let me know when the cards arrive. Hopefully they will arrive sooner than later. And I know things take a little bit longer because of the Christmas season, right? So things always take because of the Christmas season. Ads inserted. A little thing popped up. It said ads inserted. So I'm guessing you guys are seeing ads. Southwest, hey, Ireland. Southwest Ireland, dear. I just talked to Ireland this morning in my car, but it was up Northern Ireland. I talked to a guy in Northern Ireland. I could hear you, but conditions weren't the best. Yeah, they're not the greatest. I'll call for you if you want, or you're back in the radio room now. I think your radio's downstairs, isn't it? Hope the weather's good out there, Dara. We have a nice day here. It's around just around 7 degrees Celsius, and it's actually mostly sunny outside. Lots of blue sky. Lots of blue sky out there. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of skip. 38 is noisy. Actually, 38's quiet too. This guy, yeah. So it's just all the degenerates kind of hang out there. It's chilly here in Ireland. Yeah, it's chilly here too, but it's nice. Well, at least you can hear me out there, Chris. That's a good thing, I guess. I'll call on 39. CQDX, UDX 791, UDX 791 on the Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Do we have any conditions out there? UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Hey, 2779, North Carolina, 791. Yeah, we're waving at you. We hear you up here off the west coast of Canada. This is 791 Gulf Islands. Yeah, it's working for you, buddy. You're making a trip from North Carolina. We don't have a lot of conditions out here today. It's not the greatest conditions, my friend. So anyway, have a good one down there in North Carolina. Bring back your number again. Anyway, this is 791. All right, take care, buddy. Cheers to you in North Carolina. UDX 791 Gulf Islands on the site. Poor conditions. Mark's in there. Hello, Mark. Hey, Ireland. Yes, Dara's out there in Ireland. It's the Emerald Isle. You know why they call it the Emerald Isle? Because it's always beautiful and green, like an emerald. Beautiful green place. My wife, Wendy, went there in 2008, and she says it was very green. Hello, Mark. Good to have you out there. 913, was that 913 South Carolina? Oh, I thought it was North Carolina. See, it was a lot of stuff coming in with him. I thought he said North Carolina. My bad. My bad. I know it's just above South Carolina. North Carolina isn't South Carolina. It's just below North Carolina. I grow a lot of palm trees from there. You know that? I get a lot of seed. Got a lot of seed shipped to me from South and North Carolina. A lot of them. Thousands of them. They grow some really beautiful palm trees in South and North Carolina, even in Virginia Beach too. So, but anyway, tomorrow's my Friday, and then I got my buddy coming over tomorrow, so I probably won't be able to do a live stream. I have a doctor's appointment at 1:30, and then I got my buddy coming over for a night. He's going to sleep over. So Foodie Phil's coming over for the night. We're actually going on a cruise with him and his wife in May. May, I think middle of May, we're heading up to Alaska, something like that. So that'll be fun. And I got to get my Christmas shopping done too. I got to buy. I just buy for my kids. Wendy and I really don't do much for each other. We're beyond that. We just do for the kids, and then we just have a dinner and stuff like here. So that's all we do. I don't know. Some people go big, all really big on Christmas. I did when the kids were small, but our kids are all grown up now. So usually I just get them gift certificates to things, So each kid, I'll get them a gift certificate. It's easier that way. And all my kids live off island. They live over on the big island, right? So I think I'll probably see two of them before Christmas. I don't know if Ryan, my oldest one, will be down here. I always get my lady Apple Cash. Oh, what is that? Oh, Apple Cash. Cool, smart, good idea. Good idea. Yeah. Well, didn't get the notification. Didn't get the notification. What is going on with YouTube? You know what I got for my Wendy is December 6th. So I got her, and I don't know if I showed you this. She doesn't know this. I got her some really nice silver Dreamcatcher earrings, and they actually have feathers on them. You see, they're silver. It's sterling silver. So I got her these nice sterling silver Dreamcatcher earrings because she makes Dreamcatchers. She likes that stuff. That'll keep her happy. She don't get me anything. Well, I always get her something, and I'll get her some flowers too, and I'll make her some dinner, something like that. She actually prefers me to make her a dinner than sometimes going out for dinner, right? So maybe I'll make her some pasta or something. Or actually, our anniversary is tomorrow. Our wedding anniversary is tomorrow, and Phil is bringing over halibut, fresh halibut, and wild boar. Wendy loves wild boar, so she's going to be happy. But anyway, that's the way to do her. Make my A99 cash is good. I would prefer somebody, if they're going to give me a present, if they want to, if a relative is going to give me a gift, cash is the best thing. Because sometimes you get a present and it's like, do I really need more stuff? Unless they're going to give you a 500-watt linear or a radio. Happy anniversary. Thank you. 7 years married. Been with her, God, just about 12 years, but 7 years married. November 30th, 2016. We're married. So different gear TVs in there, Indiana Chris, and not a whole lot of skip coming in on the radio. I am on, you know what? I'm on channel 40 because it's quiet. I have the volume up. If anybody wants to make a call, I might be able to hear you. I can make a call. I'll make a call on channel 40. CQ, CQDX, CQDX, UDX 791, UDX 791 on the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. Do we have any conditions out there? This is UDX 791, Trent. Hey, 1958, man. We got you in there, man. I didn't think there was anybody in there. And then there you are, way up in the red. All right, take care, 1958. Always good to talk to you too, my friend. You got a good sounding station for sure. Have a good one. Happy DXing, and we'll talk to you soon, buddy. UDX 791, Gulf Islands on the site. Okay. Nobody in there except... We're waving at you, UDX 1313, Indiana. We got you. We got you out there, Chris. I'm going to swing the beam a little bit more. Yeah, Chris, we hear you, buddy. Awesome. Hey, thanks there, UDX 1313, and also thanks 1958 out there in Wichita. I hear him out there as well. Yeah, cheers and beers there, buddy. And UDX 1313, Chris, always good to have you in there. And let me know, give me an email when those QSL cards arrive. I always like to know. Hopefully, like I say, they'll get there sooner than later, right? Yeah, I give them at least 10 days minimum because, I call it snail mail. It's pretty slow. It's not like sending an email. You put those things in the mailbox, you wonder. I sent something to Poland. It was eBay. Send them some palm seedlings, and it took 2.5 months. Can you believe it? Anyway, they'll get there faster than that. I'm saying you'll probably have them next week. That's it, man. Missions are fading. All right there, UDX 1313. Thanks for coming in there, buddy. We got a little video gate here. We'll upload it after for you. Have a good day, and thanks for tuning into the live gate. This is UDX 791. We'll be on the side listening and reading the comments. To you, buddy. Cheers to you. UDX 1313 made the gate. There you go. And I made a video gate with my camera. Did you hear him in Salem? Right on. Yeah, 1958. He always comes in pretty good, that guy. I don't know what he is running. But there's really no skip coming in on 40. Right now, it's dead. It's really dead. So Chris came in really good there. He's up in the red. I put my preamp on, and he was way up in the red. So good contact with Wichita, 1950, and UDX 1313. UDX 4570 Palm Springs. Hello, good to have you in there. I'm on channel 40. If you want to give it a try, I am pointed southeast though. But if you want to give it a try, I will point my beam south. I don't know if we're getting any Southern California skip right now. The band is pretty quiet where we are. Let's see. 38. 38's a total train wreck as usual. Listen to that. I don't know what the point of that is. I don't understand it. Like the mentality of some of these guys. Like it's just messed up, man. That was good, Chris. I got you on a gate there, buddy. I'll upload it after. I did get you on a gate. And then I got it where you just faded right out into the red. It just dropped right out of there. But that's the way skip. So anyway, we will I'll put that gate on for you after. Oh yeah, you're way up into the red. Hopefully that'll be the thumbnail. 0016 UDX 113 Indiana. Make sure I write that down so I can put that gate on there. There, beauty. Yeah, that was a good one. I'm glad we got you in there. And yeah, 4570. If you want to try, I am on channel 9. 999 is on 37. I don't know where that guy is. He's in BC somewhere. I hear people calling him all the time. I always hear people calling 999. He gets out good. 999. Let me try. 37's dead here. CQDX, CQDX, UDX 791, UDX 791 on the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. 223, 223, Tampa, sounding good, man. We got a Q5 on you. All right, 223, thanks for the comeback, man. We don't have a lot of conditions here, but yeah, you're sounding real good. Have a good day and enjoy the skip if you're having a lot of skip down there. We'll talk to you soon, buddy. UDX 791 out here at Gulf Islands, North Pacific, QSX. Okay, Florida, 37. Well, somebody heard me out there. That's a good thing. That is a good thing. Anyway, yeah, 999 is somewhere in British Columbia, but I just don't know where 999 is. So if any of you guys talk to 999, get his QTH for me. I'm very curious whereabouts he lives. And just because he lives in British Columbia doesn't mean I can talk to him. You know that. It'd be like Indiana Chris trying to talk to somebody on the other side of the state, right? That'd be really short skip. And you're not going to talk to their local. 999 could be in eastern BC, could be in northern BC. British Columbia is a huge province. No. Hey, I hear Alaskan there. Yeah, Portland. Portland would be a close skip from you. I think I hear Alaska. Hang on. Time to turn the beam around. I'm going to be turning it northwest. The only people that can do that have beams and run power, yeah. I do talk short skip once in a while. Let's see if I can get to Alaska here. CQDX Alaska, calling CQ Alaska. Calling CQ Alaska, UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. I thought I heard Alaska in there. I'm going to check my match here. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. Hang on. There we go. Huh. CQDX 791 on the side.
91. I think it was 791. The full bear 783 time.
Yeah, 783. What's your QTH?
Short Alaska.
783 Alaska, man. You're smoking in here. I thought I heard you in there. You're coming in off the side of my beam there. Now you're booming in.
Yeah, Roger, you're doing a fine job there. What state are you in?
Oh, I'm not in a state. I'm south of you off the extreme southwest coast of British Columbia. We're out here on the southern Gulf Islands.
Oh, west coast of British Columbia. Okay. Yeah, you're doing a real good job. Yeah, I've heard the Gulf Islands in there before, but I had no idea where it was at.
Yeah, if you know where Washington State San Juan Islands are, well, we're off the extreme southwest coast of British Columbia, looking right at them. We can see the San Juans from here.
Oh, but doggone, yeah, I know where you're at there, yeah. What's the first person here is Mike, and Mike can be and all stretched up and down in the left book there.
All right there, 783. You got Mike, you got Joe here, Juliet, Oscar, Echo, and like I say, we're on the Gulf Islands, southern Gulf Islands, Salt Spring Island.
Okay, Roger. I got a solid copy on that here.
Hang on, 1-3.
Anyone for any length of time is pretty tough up here because just Hawaii and Australia bumps in usually about this time of day. Hawaii stays in a little
37, Alaska.
Australia is later in the day, but yeah, it's good here in
Good to make contact with you. I hear another station in Alaska on the side there as well. Yeah, it's I swung the beam around. I'm facing northwest right now, so yeah, you're coming in. You're coming in real good, and so is that other station. It's nice to hear Alaska. I love talking up that way, and I hope everything's good up there. Hope your weather's decent. Last time I talked to I fell up there in Alaska. The weather was pretty mild.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, someone doubled up with you there, throwing a big barrier. I don't know. Hopefully, it'll go away. But anyhow, yeah, it's I'm on Anchorage. If you know where Anchorage is, Stewart is located 130 miles on the highway southwest of Anchorage on the Kenai Peninsula. We're right at the top of the fjord of the Pacific. There's a nice fjord in here. Kind of rough on the radio because we're surrounded by tall mountains, less than 3 miles in every direction. And I am working on an omnidirectional.
Well, you're booming, and I just hit my preamp. Now you're 30 over. I talked to UDX 907 up there in Kenai Peninsula, Alaska as well. I've been up to Alaska a few times, but up the Panhandle to Skagway, and we're heading back up to Alaska middle of May. My wife and I are going to go up there. It's pretty beautiful. I like it.
Yeah, where are you visiting when you're up there?
Well, we're going the cruise, right? We take the cruise. So, Juneau, Ketchikan, Icy Strait, Skagway.
Okay, so you're not coming down to Stewart.
Up to Ketchikan, Hoonah, and Skagway. It's crazy. Sometimes there's 2 other cruise ships in there when we get in.
Yeah, most of the time these are on the return or the receiving, and they bus them straight down there, and then they bus them off the boats and get them out of here. So the only ones that really, the ones that are doing their independent stopovers, they don't have the direct hookup to the bus and the airplane ticket the next day or that same day out of here. So they don't do as good as they could if the tour companies had leave them here overnight or something.
Roger on that. Yeah. Some people fly back, right? We're going to take the cruise ship back. It's a 1-week cruise. I've been on it 3 times. She's never been on it. I said you'd really like it. She wasn't too keen on cruising, but you know what? She'll have fun. She's going to have a lot of fun up there. The scenery is pretty spectacular all the way up from where we live. Well, we leave out of Vancouver, and Vancouver's not that close to us. We got to get over to Vancouver by boat and then hop on another boat and then cruise for a week.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a lot of tour Yuri coming in now. I don't know what it's like Australia, so it's starting to block you out there a little bit, but you're still up to about 5 or 7 on the needle. But yeah, the tourism, I didn't think it would stay in that long, but it still seems to be going strong.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's good. And that's like us too. We rely on tourism here. That's what keeps our economy going here on our island as well, right? The Gulf Islands. It's a busy place. Probably May long weekend. Once May long weekend hits till end of September, it gets kind of crazy.
Yeah, I hear you on that. Yeah, I've been in this part of the area here since 1963. I've seen a lot of changes, and this is one I just never thought would stick around. But boy, I guess it's wrong.
63. I was born in 64, so you've been up there a long time. 60 years, man. Wow, I can imagine you've seen a lot of changes. Even here, I've been on this island over 30 years, and it's changed a lot.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, well, I'm 70. I moved here when I was 14 years old. I'll be 75 here in 1 month and 14 days.
Well, happy birthday to you coming up. Happy birthday. 1 month and 14 days. So that would be in January. Right on.
Yep, January the 14th. Well, let's see here. I guess it'd be, since we're not quite to the end of the month, it'd be 1 month and 5 days. But anyhow, heck of a deal. Yeah, it's been a rough life, but I'm still here.
Yeah, I hope I make it to 70, man. I'm 59 here. So I moved here when I was in my 20s. So I've been here over 30 years now. And like I said, my parents bought here in the 1970s. So I've really seen a change since then. It's just a lot busier. That's the thing.
Yeah, where I come from was the low Indian community outside here, and there was only like, I think there was probably 20 people, and the only way in that village you could get into from any of the Anchorage or any of the other outlying areas was airplane, and over there, the motor transportation. When I was a kid, with the outboard motors and the skiff and the snow machine. And if your parents were rich and had an airplane, it was one thing that was really good. My folks never had an airplane. My dad had lost his arm there, and he wasn't able to fly an airplane. But anyhow, it was a neat way to grow up. But I'll tell you what, I'm sure glad it's over and we got some of these modern conveniences.
It sure does make it easier with modern conveniences. I know what you mean, man. Boy, you've lived there a long time, and like I say, you've seen a lot of changes. Yeah, and they call that the last frontier. So did that take statehood after Hawaii then, or was it before Hawaii?
Yeah, last year was, I think, 1959. So I think Hawaii was after Alaska, I believe.
Yeah, Hawaii was August 59. Interesting. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, last frontier. Well, I'm looking forward to getting back up there. I think my wife's going to really enjoy it. Anyway, I won't tie it up too much longer. I think there might be some other stations out there. So we're going to say cheers and 73s to you. And you're sounding fantastic. Fantastic down this way from Kenai Peninsula, 783, right?
Yes, that is correct, 783. And I use the polar bears. And now I do hit into Canada a lot on the 4th of December. I will be locating Arizona for 4 months from the 17th to the 27th. I will be in Hawaii, so I won't have a radio lit up there. But anyhow, from my home in Arizona, Bullhead City, Arizona, I have good contact with Canadian stations there, so I sure have no problem hearing it there and communicating. So I do drop the Polar Bear 783, and sometimes I go by Papa Bravo 783 or just 783. But of all the years I've been on radio since 1973, I've never heard anyone come up with a 783 number. They come close, but I've never heard the 783. So if you hear that number out there, it's more than likely me.
I've talked to you before. I've talked to a polar bear station before. That had to have been you then. I've definitely talked to you before. I've been using this number since the 1970s, but I've talked to other 791s, a couple of them actually. But I've definitely made contact with you before, I remember.
Yeah, Roger, yeah. If you had any idea when, I could refer back to my logbook, but I'm old-fashioned on the logbook, and it would take me forever coming through here, because I've got probably at least 10,000 people logged in.
That's like me. I got logbooks from the 70s, 1977 and up. And, I'm doing a live gate. I have a YouTube channel, so I just have to search it on my YouTube channel. And if I shot a video gate of it, you'll be on there, and I'll be talking to you. So I just have to search that, and I can find you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was off the radio for many, many years there in between. And then last year, about 4 years ago, I started. So I'm on my new logbook for about 10,000 people here. But since 4 years back, I'm retired. I have nothing to do but sit on this bloody thing when it's working. So I do make a lot of contacts out there.
That's the way to do it, man. You gotta like it, nice and warm and cozy on a cool day outside. A nice place to be is in the radio there, chatting it up with people. It's a social thing.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, last night I was in Dingo socializing there with nobody, and I left at 4:00, and of course it's 5:30. It's dark and black up here.
I'm gonna get back and read the mail. Sorry, guys.
The wind was blowing over 50 knots on a Turrican autumn. That's an inlet that comes in. You got to drive right alongside of it, and for about 45 miles, and anyhow, or 40 miles, and then you turn up in the mountains. And as soon as I got up off of the flats, it started snowing, and then the closer I got in, the worse it snowed, and it was so bad that I was feeling for the road, hoping that I could keep feeling those.
That's scary. It's up in Alaska, Kenai.
In the center of the road, and there was so much snow that those were locked out. Couldn't feel them. Couldn't see forward, even on low beams. I couldn't see more than maybe 10 foot, so I could make contact with the right-hand side of the road, and I was down to 20 miles an hour feeling for the road, and for, let's see, it's been about 20, even though I
Yikes.
drive that route
I don't like that.
continuously, I didn't have a clue of any identification marks right close to home.
That is scary, man. I don't like that. I'd rather just be at home and not on the roads. And we don't get much in the way of snow here. It usually rains. Our winters are pretty wet, but when we do get snow, it's pretty wet, sloppy stuff. And a lot of people don't know how to drive in it very well here, so you see a lot of cars in the ditch.
Yep. That's why I was doing 20 miles an hour. I had some people behind me. They come up on me fast, and then they backed off. I was just wishing the heck they'd gone around me, and because the lights behind was causing me difficulty, so I had to move my mirrors all around so I couldn't see anything behind me there. Otherwise, their lights were giving me fits. But yeah, it was the kind of snow, wet, sticky snow. Hits the windshield, builds up. You got to reach out and wipe it off so it can mork and slide off the side. And it was a miserable trip. Like I said, 30 miles. I was doing 28 miles actually. I was doing exactly 20 miles an hour, and it was running a pretty high risk. I should have been doing about 10.
Oh my God, that'd take you forever to get to where you're going to. And I guess up in Alaska, that snow is there to stay till spring then, right?
No, right now, here in my area, now not up there, but here in my area, 37 degrees and pouring rain.
That's what I like to hear. I like to hear that because when the temperatures are really, really cold up in the Gulf of Alaska, I watch those temperatures because a lot of times the jet stream can pull those cold ones right down here. And when Alaska opens their doors up and lets that cold air out, it slides right down south off to the south coast of BC over our Gulf Islands, and it mixes with our milder Pacific air, and it makes snow.
Roger, yeah. Well, actually, about 10 years ago when I was working up here in Alaska, I was a chief engineer for the Holiday Express, and I was on vacation down to Arizona. I had 3 inches in my area, 3 inches of snow on the ground for 24 hours. I called back up here to Seward to see how they were doing up here, keeping up with snow removal. The guy said snow removal. He said it's 48 degrees, and he said yesterday was 50, and it's pouring rain. I said, my God, I got 3 inches of snow, and these people down here don't have a clue what to do and how to drive. I'm staying in the house.
That's amazing. A little microclimate just because of topography, elevation, and of course distance from the ocean. It's the same here on our island. I live right next to the ocean, but if you get inland from the ocean down on the south end, you get about 3-4 miles inland from the ocean. It gets cooler, and the elevation. I mean, the highest mountain here is only 2,300 feet, but it gets colder up there and into the valleys too. But I'm hoping this year we don't see any of that white stuff. It's going to be, well, we've had a lot of sunshine. It's actually been pretty dry here. I think tomorrow we're in for some liquid sunshine, but we don't have to shovel that.
Yeah, Roger. Hey, I just looked back here real quick at my logbook. I talked to you 10 months, 15th day at 1720 local. And I got all your other information here, 385. So we're one channel up.
Yeah, I totally remember you. And I think I shot a video gate too. I shoot YouTube videos for my, I have a radio channel on YouTube, a video gate channel. I'm live right now in the radio room. And I have one. I have a video gate of us. I just have to search it on my channel and it'll come right up.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the video game.
No, video gates. It's called a video gate, not a game, a video gate. A radio channel where I make contact with people and they get on my channel. So you're on my channel, definitely. You're a good sounding station. So I just have to search it. It's kind of like I keep a log, but on video.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's what I should do. Sorry for misunderstanding you. As I say, I'm an old guy. My hearing's slightly compromised on a good day anyhow.
Mine too. My eyes are going. So anyway, buddy, I'm going to let you go. I don't want to tie it up too much longer. It's been a pleasure. I'm sure there's some other stations out there that want to get back to you. I wish you happy DXing, and I'm glad we can make contact again there. Polar Bear 783 up there in Kenai Peninsula. Is it Kenai Peninsula?
Yeah, Kenai Peninsula. The name is King Seward. Sierra Echo Whiskey. Romeo Delta.
Seward, Alaska. Awesome. Okay, that's perfect, man. Well, like I say, Q5 all the way. You sound like a local down here. And you enjoy the DX and have a good Christmas coming up in another, well, just less than a month if we don't talk to you before then. And also have a good birthday and have fun in Arizona.
Well, thank you very much. I will. I'm just not looking forward to that whole trip, but I should have a radio up going in 2 days down there. I just back and forth. I have to take all my pieces down there and put it up. I have to put the antenna up, which is real simple. I operate the same antenna down there, and it's on 99. And so it's a simple hookup. It's pretty quick and easy. Just got to unpack, and I need a day to do that. Then I got to do a little bit around the house, and then the wife lets me get my radio room going.
That's awesome. That's lots of fun. And usually my wife and I are in Hawaii at this time too, but we haven't been back since December 2019. So we usually stay in Maui for over a month, but we're booked in. Not next year. We can't get our condo till 2025. So next time I will be back will be November 2025. We stayed just over a month, so I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, cheers to you, my friend, and we'll talk soon, okay? This is UDX 791 down here on the Southern Gulf Islands off of the extreme southwest coast of BC.
Before there, and I look forward to down in Arizona getting a hold of you. Take care. Polar Bear 783 will be QRQ to 7 Gulf Islands.
All right, Polar Bear 783 up there, Seward, Alaska. Cheers to you, my friend. It's been a real pleasure, and we're listening for you out there again. We'll contact you when you're down there in Arizona. Have a good day, my friend, and have a great birthday coming up. 791 on the site.
Thank you.
There's a gate. Okay, sorry about that. I've been neglecting you guys. That guy's booming in here, man. Booming in here. We're on 375. I think we're on 375. Yeah, 375. Polar Bear 783. I got to write him down. So it's funny, he looked in his logbook and said last time we talked was the 10th month. So I might turn the beam around southeast and see if I can make contact with some of you guys. I talked to Kenai, Alaska before. It was 9. Oh, yeah, that's a UDX 907. Yeah, he comes in real good. Yeah. 29. He put up a beam antenna. Kenai, Alaska. So it's not that Alaska. He says it's 37 degrees there right now. That's a good thing. And like I said, I always watch the weather in the Gulf of Alaska at this time of the year, because if you don't, sometimes you can get caught off guard. And like I say, when she opens her doors up, she lets cold air out, and it comes straight down our coast. That's where our cold air, when we have a cold blast in winter, it comes from Alaska. It doesn't come from these states. It doesn't come, from the southern states or southeastern states. It doesn't come from eastern Canada. It doesn't even come from the Yukon. It comes from Alaska, because we're right below them. They seem to be accurate little buggers once you get used to them. Yeah, the best I can figure out, it was VNA says. So it's 0167 to 1. Oh, you guys are talking about your matches. Well, I cheat. I got I have it matched pretty good, this beam, for certain channels. But then when I start going farther away and it goes up, I got my antenna right here. I like this antenna tuner, man. It makes life easy. It automatically sets it for me. How about a UDX 907? UDX 907 Alaska, UDX 791. UDX 907 Alaska, UDX 791. I think time to turn the beam around back southeast now. Bear with me, folks.
Swing the beam around, see if this little radio make it up there.
He's booming in here, that guy, wherever he is. There's my remote control for the. When it came with that thing, I didn't think I would like it, but I do like it. It's weird. I found this on the ground today. It says Fort Worth, Texas on it. Look at that. I don't even know what it is. It's kind of cool. It's brass. I'll use it for something. Registers every little change. Yes, they are. Listen to this guy. Terrible. I'm on 365. I'm listening. 365, lower sideband. I'm going to read the mail here. I'll only go for, I think I'm going to go for about 10 more minutes. Or maybe 15 more minutes. And then I'll shut her down. I'm going to go in and grab something to eat. I'm getting pretty hungry. That's pretty cool, Chris. So that was the same guy. Yeah, I talked to him quite a bit there, 907. And yeah, he's got a really powerful station up there. So does Mr. Miller, 295, Anchorage. Mr. Miller has probably got one of the strongest stations. Man, I'm looking at the sun out there. It's absolutely beautiful, shining off the trees. Conditions fell out. But yeah, you made it, buddy. You made the gate. You made the gate again. And you came in good. And like I did shoot a video. I'll put that one on. I'll try to get that one on tonight for you. Hopefully I don't lose my SD card. Okay, there we go. Hard to learn the check my stuff. It's cold where he is. I don't know where he is. It's not that bad here. Temperature's actually gone up a bit, so that's good. I'm still using my my match meters from the 1970s, although a few years ago, a guy gave me these ones really here, Paradynamics. But all the other ones are from the 70s, and I got some from the early 80s. I've had them a long time. They still seem to work. 36 there. Yeah, it's just over 7 degrees here. Let's see what it says on our weather channel. Let me go to our weather channel. The 7-day Southern Gulf Island forecast. Let's see what they have to say. Tomorrow's supposed to rain, so I'm glad I'm going to be setting up decorations tomorrow. Rain coming tomorrow, 40% chance, and temperatures after Friday are going to be in the 50s. 50s and lows down around 40, so not too bad. Highs in the lower 50s and down around 40 at night. That's what the weather's like here on the islands. Fireball. They're talking about Fireball. 28. Oh, the temperature just dropped down again to 6. 5. Wow. Drop. It's funny. It goes up and down like that. That's so bizarre. This is our forecast right here. Now it says 6 degrees. 6 degrees. Our forecast is this. This is the most accurate forecast for our islands. Right here. 7-day Southern Gulf Island forecast. So you are mostly cloudy, 28, feels like 21. That's a good place to be inside in a dry radio room. Humidity here is, it says 87% outside. Ooh, that's what makes it feel colder here. I'll show you. I'll take you. I'll take you outside and I'll show you what it looks like. Because tomorrow, if it's raining, and I don't know if I'm going to be on here tomorrow because like I say, my buddy's coming over tomorrow, and he's coming over from the mainland. It is looking like this here. So you can see the sky. We got a few clouds. Well, not many, but it's absolutely, it's beautiful out. This is what things are looking like here on the Gulf Islands. And you see the kiwis. The kiwis have still not even lost their leaves yet. So those are deciduous. They should lose leaves, but they don't. A lot of the deciduous plants still have their leaves because it's so mild, you know, and there's a lot of stuff blooming around, especially when you go to town. There's stuff blooming all over the place. Lots of, there's rhododendrons blooming, and then the strawberry trees are blooming, and this, that, and the other. So here we are, and it's not a bad day. Here, up this way here so you can see with my crappy computer. You can see the trees, and then there's the antenna pointed southeast right there. So if you want to make a call, go for it. And I think I lost my chip over the railing yesterday when I went like that. It fell out. So there you go. You can see the bald cypress in the distance there. It's a very green place, right? Mushroom. Oh, lots of. It's so funny you mentioned that, because one of the ladies I work with today, and the funny thing is, I used to be a mushroom farmer back in the day, many years ago. I was a mushroom farmer for over 15 years, growing commercial mushrooms, the ones you buy in the store. And one of the Japanese ladies that works in our deli, she says, "Hey, Joe, do you know where pine mushrooms grow?" And I says, "I didn't even know they grew on Salt Spring." But when I was 16 in 1980, me and this Japanese guy went looking for pine mushrooms, and another friend. And we went all day, and I got three crappy mushrooms. And she says, "Well, they grow on Salt Spring, I'm told." I says, "But she's got to find the pine trees." I know where the pine trees grow. Pine trees only grow on the tops of our mountains. These trees you see here, those are Douglas fir. There's no pine trees down here that are native. The only pine trees you will see are up on the mountaintop. So those are called Douglas fir trees, right? And those are a timber tree for lumber. That's a good lumber tree. So most of the wood you build a house with comes from those trees. And that's what we cut down for firewood. We cut some down every year for firewood. We have lots of Douglas fir trees, right? But there's lots of mushrooms here. There's and I planted some mushrooms too. There's chanterelles, there's shaggy mane, there's morels, there's lobster mushrooms, there's magic mushrooms, but I don't eat those. And I'm trying to think what else. There's a lot of mushrooms in the forest here. But I planted some wine cap mushrooms this year. Wendy bought a bag of spawn, and hopefully next year I'll have a ton of mushrooms that come up. So yeah, there's lots of wild mushrooms here. Lots of lobster mushrooms in the forest, right? And yeah, I got a mushroom bed now. I planted a mushroom bed, and it's going to be pretty awesome when they start to come up, right? So here's you can behind me. So, and you're asking me if they produce coconuts. I shot a video for you today on my other YouTube channel, Chris, explaining these palm trees here. So these palms are called Chinese windmill palms, okay? These ones I grew from seed a long time ago. These are called Chinese windmill palms, and they grow like 40 feet tall. So if you go to Vancouver, there's areas of Vancouver and their suburbs where the streets are lined with tall palm trees. These ones here have kind of like this shaggy kind of trunk on them. If you can see it behind me, it's kind of shaggy. And they got the fan leaves. That's a fan palm, you see? So a coconut palm is a pinnate palm, or a feather. It's got feathery fronds on it, completely different. So that is a fan palm. And they do produce lots of seed or fruit. And coconut, there's only one species of palm that produce coconut, and that's the coconut palm. But there's nearly 3,000 different types of palm trees. So that's one of nearly 3,000 different types of palm trees right there behind me. And we grow about probably 6 or 7 different types of palm trees in our gardens here. And there are mushrooms. There's lots of mushrooms on this property growing here and there. If I go down to the forest, there will be mushrooms. But I'm not a mushroom expert when it comes to wild mushrooms. And I don't want to take any chances eating a wild mushroom, because a lot of them could be poisonous And well, you just take one bite, and then that's probably going to shut down your whole system, and then you end up croaking. So, but if I went with a mushroom expert, a wild mushroom expert, then I would go picking them. The pine mushrooms I picked back in 1980 were amazing, just absolutely amazing. And I only got 3 crappy mushrooms. But anyway, I might show this lady where the pine trees grow. So I'm sure you probably have lots of mushrooms in Indiana too, no doubt about it. Yeah, it's there is a lot to know about mushrooms, a lot to know about palm trees too. But anyway, watch the video. I did actually upload a video this morning of the palms with fruit on them here. And I explained to you that like these palms here, you could never grow a coconut palm outside anywhere in Canada. The only place in Canada where palm trees grow year round is right here, right along our coast, because the winters are mild enough. Anywhere else in Canada, if you wanted to grow one of these palm trees, you'd have to build a building around it, box it in, and put a heater with it. Good afternoon from the northeast corner. Any chance that was you? I heard on the 20. Yes, that was me. I talked to. I got a video gate. I was in my mobile. I was in my mobile, and I was talking to Ireland. I worked the station in Ireland. So if you look at the last video gate I put on here today, I was in my mobile. It was 9:30 in the morning. I wrote in my logbook 016 in Northern Ireland, and he didn't have the greatest copy on me, but I could hear him pretty good, and then I could hear some other stuff coming in there too, but pretty weak. I was in a bad location, put it that way. Radio DX1, I was really bad location. But I've worked Europe much better in my vehicle when I've been in a better location. Like at this end of the island, right near the ocean, it seems to work a lot better. But anyway, good to have you in there, Radio DX1. I like the thumbnail there. I like that stars and stripes. That's good. We got the stars and stripes right there. Let me just move that over a little bit so we can hide that Canadian flag, because I like that American flag. There we go. There we go. I like the stars and stripes. I got a nice shirt with the stars and stripes on it too. I like my American friends. And if I could live in the States, I would live in the States too. Like I said, I love that you guys have a Second Amendment. It's pretty freaking awesome. Gotta love the States. I'm glad I live close to the States. Matter of fact, I think our islands are closer to the States than we are to Canada. You know what I mean? And when I say North Pacific, a lot of people think I'm in the States. We're very close to the States. We're below the 49th parallel here. We're 48 degrees net latitude. Not that far north of Seattle, right? Vancouver's 49, we're 48, and Victoria's 48. So there's an imaginary line, and we're in the same island chain as the Washington State San Juan Islands, same archipelago, but we're in Canada. That's the way it works. That's the way she goes. But so I just say North Pacific. I don't like to really promote Canada these days because I don't like the guy that's running the place. I absolutely hate the guy running our country. Can't stand him. He makes my blood boil every time I see him. I can't stand Trudeau. Anyway, I won't even talk about that. Let's talk about radios. Yes, Radio DX1. I was on my crappy little mobile with my, the antenna I was using, Radio DX1. I'm using this on my mobile. I have 3 of these. That's what I use. I use a Tram 300 mag mount antenna. And I think the whip is, I don't know, what is it, 36 inches, something like that. So a Tram 300 mag mount antenna. I worked the skip on an old Citizen MPL5 radio, and the radio I bought 44 years ago. I bought it in 1979, brand new. 79 when I was 15 years old, and I used to have it in a vehicle back then too. For a short time, I wasn't really much into mobile stuff, but I did have a radio, I think, in my Nova for about a year, 1980, 81, something like that, and then I took it out. If it works, go with it. Exactly, it does. And then I run a RM203P kicker, little kicker. If I want to get to Europe, sometimes I put that power on, and it definitely helps. But it's amazing that little antenna can make it to Europe. I've worked France in there. I've worked England in there. I've worked Scotland. I've worked Wales. I got video gates here where I've talked to them in my vehicle, right? So, but the radio is, I got it tuned up and modified years ago, 1980, 81. And it goes up into, that old radio goes up into 10-meter band. It doesn't have any lowers in it. It's got an unlocked clarifier, but it's got everything up, goes everything up above 40. So that's where you're going to find that good European skip, usually 555, right? And anywhere around there, upper sideband. Once in a while, I hear them down on the lower ones, like I'm talking like the regular channels, 37, 38, 39, 40. But most of the time, the European skip where we live comes in on the free band on the higher frequencies. I don't think I've ever heard Europe down on the lower ones below channel 1, but I have worked Australia, Hawaii, and New Zealand down there. I don't know if I worked Australia, but I've worked New Zealand on the lower ones on AM, and Hawaii down on the lower ones on AM. And every other far off place seems to be up above 40, right? On upper sideband. That's the way she works. And let's see how the skip's doing here, by the way. It's pretty quiet. 38's even quiet. There's just not a lot of skip right now. I'm going to be tinkering around with old Lafayette. Oh, I remember those radios. Those are cool. Nice. I like those old radios. That'd be good, man. That'd be good, Chris. I was probably maybe 14 years old, and I thought I could, play Mr. Technician. And, oh, man, I played Mr. Technician all right. It was my dad's radio. It was just a little 23-channel EDS. It was an EDS 23-channel. I remember when he bought the thing. And he never ever did put it in his truck. I had it hooked up to a power supply. Anyway, I played around with it inside. I turned a few things, and that was the end of that radio. Unfortunately, my bad. I should have never touched it, man. Should have never touched it. Oh, well. If you know what you're doing, then you can to it. The golden screwdriver, we used to call that, right? The golden screw. But, yeah, I wish we had good techies around here. You guys in the States are lucky. There's probably more techies around where you guys are than there are around here. I got a friend that fixes my power supply, and he did put the extra. He did do something to his president where he could get all the extra channels above 40, the 11 meter band. He's got a 10 meter president rig, and he converted it to 11 meter. I think it's a matter of maybe changing something inside. He did 2 videos. I wish he could fix the AM in that. Maybe he could if I got the schematics. The AM and then the AM and FM in my 2980. I don't have AM and FM in there anymore. I just have sideband. The AM and FM went in it, and I don't know if I blew it out with the linear or what. Had it on by mistake. Anyway, that's life. I'm glad I still have lots of AM radio, so I'm not really worried about it. I would like to get an RCI 2969, the one that the Eli has, 505 in Yucca Valley. I really love that radio. So that might be the next radio I get one day as an RCI 69. If I win the lottery. Wendy was not going to let me buy any more radios at this point in my life. No more radios. I would have to explain to her why I really need another radio. When she looks at this radio room, she would like me to sell some of these radios, no doubt, but ain't going to sell any. You know what I mean? I'm attached to them all. Okay, let's see what we got here. I could turn towards I'm going to turn towards the South Pacific and see if we can pull in some Australian skip. Not hearing anything. Not hearing anything yet. I don't know if this thing's frozen. I think this thing might have froze. Is it frozen? It looks like it's just kind of sitting there. Oh, is it good? Okay. I'm just looking at the time on it, and it seems to sit at 1 hour and 10 minutes. And then it jumps to like, it'll jump up like many seconds at a time instead of just going second by second. So it went from 1:10:22 and it jumped up to 28. So that's why I was thinking it was kind of lagging for you guys. Okay, that's very interesting. Anyway, I have 1 bar on the internet right now, and I am beamed towards the southwest. Maybe we can get some Hawaii in here and some South Pacific. CQDX, calling CQDX Australia, calling CQDX Australia, UDX 791, trying. Calling CQDX South Pacific, CQDX South Pacific, UDX 791. It's quiet. I'm not hearing anything in there yet. I don't think we have any South Pacific in there yet. Anyway, got a little buffering going on. Nothing concerning. Okay, I thought it would be lagging a bit there, Radio DX1. So anyway, yeah, I would like to do a stream tomorrow. I like doing these streams; they're lots of fun. But like I say, I got company, and I got a doctor's appointment at 1:30. Wants to go over some results for some carotid artery. They did an ultrasound of them last week, so he's going to go over my results. And this is nothing important. So anyway, we were going to drop some cash down on a new meat transceiver. Yesu, I love the FT101E. That was one of my favorite radios, and I had a chance to buy one time, 25 years ago, at least or more. A ham operator here. I did a delivery to his house. Looked up at his antenna. I says, ham operator. And he says, yeah, come on in. Showed me his hammer. He says, I could sell you this one right now. I just didn't have the funds. It was a really nice FT101E. Old dude had it. Really nice radio. I love those things, man. I would get one of those too. They're freaking awesome. Very, very awesome radio. I love the old school stuff. Look them up. You can Google images. FT101E. You'd like them, man. They're a pretty cool radio. Pretty good sized radio. I think they have tubes in those ones. I know. Okay. Well, they're still around out there. You could probably get them on eBay. I don't know how expensive they would be. And do they still work? That's the thing. You'd have to find a techie that's going to fix them if they're going to need to be tuned up. I used to have a 101E back years. They mechanical rigs, yes. They do have tubes in them. So I guess if you can still get the tubes, it's a good thing. If you can't get the tubes, it's like my friend. He's got this BMW electric car. It's not a big one. So I said, how's your electric car doing? Well, no, she bought a new car. And she came in with a brand new Hyundai. She came into the store the other day. It was out in the parking lot. And I says, I really like your new truck. I says, is that electric? Because these people are really into the electric vehicles. And she says, no. I says, well, how's your electric BMW? She says, the battery's gone on it. And we can't find a battery for it in Canada. She says the charge goes, when you charge it up and you put the heater on, it'll go from 86% down to 60% right away. So they need a new battery. There's no batteries available in Canada. Doesn't that sound like a kind of a pain in the butt? It really does. So the new vehicle she's got is not a EV. It's a gas-powered Hyundai. A battery for a SUV Hyundai in 2016 was $50,000. No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay. You can find a decent 101, $500. They're still plentiful for fairly cheap. So they just plug in. Are they easy to put in? You just kind of take the top off and is that the way it works? Is there up? I don't know. Or you take the top off and then the tubes in. Is that the way it works? How long do tubes last? That's the thing. Do they last a long time? I don't know much about tubes. I know my linear had tubes in it, and I ended up getting rid of it. I had it for a while, and then I ended up selling it to some guy that wanted a big linear. That was in 1980. It was a watt crisp big boomer, big heavy duty thing. So if you can still find tubes in it, that's decent, man. I'm just reading the mail here. Simple to change the tubes. Yeah, treated good tubes will. Oh, they last years. So it's like a light bulb, kind of like. I mean, I know they're glass, right? So very interesting. And they probably just plug in like crystals. I put crystals in radios, like not radios, but walkie talkies. I have old realistic walkie talkies, and I bought crystals for them, and I plugged crystals in. That was back in the freaking 70s, man. I still have them here. Still have those old walkie talkies. Yeah, if I had a lot of money, extra money kicking around, I would definitely get one a radio like that too. But I really got my eyes on a RCI 69, RCI 69 base station. That's what Eli has, and it is a really nice radio. I think it puts out about 150 watts out of the radio, and that'll be my next radio. I think an RCI 69. The finals are sweep tubes, common, and old televisions. Wow, is that right? Eh, cool. That's amazing. I remember those old televisions. Oh my God. I remember watching those. They were huge, big televisions, console. Remember the televisions that actually had a stereo? I think we might have had one of those. It was a stereo console with a TV in it back in the day in a cabinet, man. Old school. Got channel 2, 6, 8, and 12. Channel 12 was KVOST out of Bellingham. Channel 2 was CBC. Channel 8 was CTV or BCTV. Channel 6 was Victoria Czech TV. Wow. Getting old. Holy crap. And they were black and white too. That's the moonwalk. Do you remember what? I don't know. You guys probably aren't old enough. Some of you. Do you remember watching them walk on the moon in July 1969? I remember sitting in front of this old black and white TV. It wasn't remote control, no remote on it. And like I was this 5.5-year-old kid looking like, whoa, is that ever the coolest thing? They're walking on the moon, man. That was, yeah, on this black and white TV. I don't remember that the TV screen wasn't that big, but the box itself that it was in was big, right? Everything was bigger back then. Crazy. I saw the moon walk. I was 8. Okay, I was 5 because March 29th, 69, I turned 5. And it was, wasn't it like July 16th or something around then? It was in July. I remember it was July 1969. I lived on Lulu Island back then. I lived on another island south of Vancouver. The 101 ZD is a hybrid 101. The digital VFO, the older 101s. Oh, okay. Digital would probably be better, easier to tune into channels and probably less drifting, right? That's the problem I find with that VFO right there. So where's my VFO? See the VFO there? Yeah. VFO right there. That drifts. It drifts. That's the problem. I have a CPI counter. And the reason I bought the CPI counter is because I bought that back in 1981. And I bought the CPI counter off the same guy. And I still have the CPI counter. There is the CPI counter right there. That is a CPI frequency counter right there. Old school. Yes, I heard they are good. They come on. Yeah, that's the thing. And Wendy will kill me if I got another radio. I could never justify buying another radio because I have more radios in the shed next door. I have one in my truck. And then I got, and this isn't a lot of radios compared to some people, right? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 13 radios, which isn't a lot of radios. I talked to a guy yesterday. He says he has 50 radios. 50 radios. It's like, what the? So I have 13 radios and 2 walkie-talkies. I had a third walkie-talkie, but Wendy was cleaning and she threw it out. She threw my walkie-talkie out. I was kind of pissed off about that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to roll now. I think I'm going to go grab something to eat. I'm getting hungry. The time here is 9 after 3. So I'm going to roll. And I appreciate you guys tuning into the gate, Indiana Chris. Let me know when the QSL cards arrive. I know you will. Message me. and also 068. I sent some cards off to him in Minnesota. I mailed those today. I also mailed some QSL cards off to Swamp Radio 693 Australia, and I mailed some off to Poland or Netherlands yesterday, and then I mailed some off to Poland as well. Is that Australia? I think that might. I don't know. I think Australia's coming in. CQDX South Pacific, CQ South Pacific, UDX 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific. One Oscar 1. I heard my name out there. I heard somebody out there called Banana Joe. 1 Oscar 1 down under. Sounding good, man, out here on the Gulf Islands.
Pickings over the last week or so. It was great to have you in there, Joe. I thought as well up there in that little microclimate you got going on, Adam.
Hey, Roger, on that there. Yeah, it's going good out here. Got a beautiful day. It's not as you're at, but it's about 6-7 degrees Celsius, sunshine, and that's a good thing. Sunshine at this time of the year is a good thing because this is usually our rainy month up here on the southern Gulf Islands. So we'll take as much sun as we can get in these usually dreary gray months.
It's looking like she's not going to go up in smoke out here anytime soon, so that's a good one.
That.
Communication transfer device there. So, take care, man.
Okay, 1 Oscar 1 down there, Australia. Cheers to you, buddy. Cheers and beers, and thanks for coming back to me. You're my first Australia contact of the evening there. Good to hear you coming in. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good day, my friend. UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. We're on the site. All right, 1 Oscar 1. You made my video gate too. I am live in the radio room right now on YouTube. So you made my video gate. I'll make sure to get your number in the title of this live gate. All right, 1 Oscar 1, Dingo Island, Australia. Cheers and beers, 791 on the side. Have a good one. Cheers. Okay. 1 Oscar 1, Dingo Island, Australia. 1 Oscar. Here we go. So we made an Australian contact. 1 Oscar Dingo Island. That means Hawaii's going to come in. Okay, have a good one, Mark. Cheers and beers, buddy. Like any hobby, you'll have multiple pieces. Exactly. That's why I have 2 motorcycles. My Silver Eagle Plus is stuck in transmit mode. Well, that's good. You can do some transmitting. I heard you there. Good. Don't have the room. Yeah, no room here either. Although, no, I'd make room. I'd definitely make room for a 101. FT 101, I would make room. Okay, 11. Okay, I'm going to roll, guys. I better shut her down. One, Mark. Have a good one, Indiana Chris, UDX 4570. Anybody else that was in there? Radio DX1, thanks for popping in. And who else? I'm going back on the comments here so I can thank everybody. Make Mine A99. Mark Sanquist is in there. UDX 347 was in there. Different Gear TV was in there. Darrow was in there. Southwest Ireland Rainforest. And Abstract Tom was in there right off the start. He was the first guy in there. Abstract Tom was the first guy in there 1 hour and 27 minutes ago. Okay. You have a good one, Joe and the gang. Cheers to you, Mark. Have a great one, man. And have a great day, everybody. What's left of it? It is 3:13 p.m. Pacific time here under blue sky. I'm not even seeing any clouds anymore. Cheers and beers, right? I'm going to shut this down, and I will be out here maybe later on in the radio room and shooting some gates, right? No, I'm not going to be doing any live gates, but I'm going to be shooting some gates with the little camera here. So 0220022 1 Oscar 1 Dingo Island. Cool. All righty. Thanks a lot, guys. I will see you another day. I don't know if I can get in here tomorrow. I'm going to try. It just depends what time my friend shows up from the mainland. All right. So we'll catch you next live stream. And if I don't catch you on a live stream, well, I'll catch you on the radio then, hopefully, right? One or the other. Cheers to you.